Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we are working on some thrift flips, some items that I've purchased here recently, and I want to use them to style my Christmas. So you'll see me here already casting some lion heads that will be in an upcoming project in this video. The first project will be using these bow and tassels. The vase you're about to see I purchased at the Goodwill for $9.99, and it just called for something right in the middle of that circle. So I am going to do the bow and tassels, and the one that I already had, I needed to soften it up because it's a curved surface and I need to mold it to the vase. Oops, we lost a tassel, but we will fix that later on. The rubber band didn't do much for me. I was hoping it was going to hold it in place, but I ended up having to do it myself, which was fine. So now I will put the mold on the other side and get that to cure to the shape of that side of the vase. Since the bottom was black, I decided to go ahead and make it match the bow and tassels that I'm getting ready to put on, so I put a little bit of gold paint over it. This is how I styled it for Christmas. I got the My Texas House tree that's for sale for $20.25 inside, and it's a little too big for my vase. I wanted to sit down in it, but I ended up putting a bow around it and it looks just fine. So sorry for the wrong camera orientation, but eventually it'll get fixed. This next project is a pedestal that I purchased for $8 at a estate sale, and I am going to be putting the lion's head mold on each one of the rectangle cavities all the way around. And this is the caulking that I used to adhere it to this pedestal. Here I'm showing you where I had to cut off the bottom part of the lion, that little nubby little thing there, and then also at the top. It concaves in the middle of this, so the lion head does not fit flat at all. Even when I put the adhesive on the bottom and on the back of the lion head, it still does not sit flat. So when I put the lion head on, I will squeeze caulking underneath it, and I end up putting something very heavy on top so it will glue securely to the pedestal. And it takes a couple of days for me to get this job done. And here's a crack that I see that I'm filling in. Oh, thank goodness. Now we're back to the right camera orientation. So I start spray painting this, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I hope that the lions match the pedestal. So I continue. I think I ended up putting like 3 coats on this, and it ended up working really well. And here it is. It is holding up a nutcracker that I recently thrifted, which needs work, and I may put it in a video, but it looks so good next to my nutcracker tree. This recipe box, I got it at a church yard sale for like $1 or $2. It's in rough shape. It does have a huge crack at the bottom and on 2 of the sides, which is okay. So this is what I plan on doing to it. I want to add some molds on each side as well as on top, and then it's going to hold some Santas for Christmas. I'm using this drywall mud to fill in the word recipes, but with the molds that I end up using, I necessarily did not need this. But this is what you can do if you have this problem with a box that you purchase. And it does help to fill in cracks. I chose not to fill in the very bottom one since I won't be putting anything really into this box. I decided to use clay for this project. I already dusted my mold with baking powder so that my casting will come out easy. And the mold that I'm using is by IOD Elements. This next IOD mold is Victoriana, and I'm casting this one that has all the flowers in it. And that will be the center of my design. And I only cast this one side for the camera, and I will do the other side off camera. This is IOD's Trimming 4, and this is going to be what I put on the top. I removed the knob from the top so I can lay the casting flat, and then I used the screw to poke up into the hole so I know where I need to cut out so I can put the knob back on. I decided not to distress or highlight the details on this box because I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Normally I wouldn't paint the inside, but the way I'm going to display this for Christmas, it will be seen. So I do paint that up. This is how it would look normally, but for Christmas I'm going to remove the lid, and I'm going to put 2 empty boxes inside of the box to raise up my Santa figures, and then put the buffalo snow on top of that, and then I'm going to nestle the Santas down in that. All of these projects was easy to update, just a little bit for each one of them, and they make a big difference, and they look good for Christmas. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.